From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're off from Arrowhead. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Yellow.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Play action, Mahomes. Buying some time right. Kelce's got it right side.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Hey, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Finds a seam, left side, is off to the races. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, it's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. First red zone opportunity now for the Chiefs. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Yellow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Attack!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelce makes the catch. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. He's at midfield. 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Ashton Davis there on the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in primetime. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Broncos get set to take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nick starting with a pass. That finds Vele complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Brought in by Vele. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Offense in the hurry-up here. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Seeing some early game. Work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. He's got it to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the fourth down call pays off as they'll move the chains. Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Buys time, rolling right. He's got it at the 6. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Mitchell on the give, headed left. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up third and goal from the 4.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
McCole Hardman now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On first down, they'll run. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. Yellow.
Looking to throw Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
50, yellow, 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 yellow. Line right.
Another try following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Kate, I can think of an older football video game title where 30 yards to go was the default and easily attainable by an offense. Well, this is not that title. And this is borderline impossible. In fact, I can hear a coordinator.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Nix from the gun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That's complete inside the 35. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 16-point ball game. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Yellow.
Now it's Mahomes. He's going deep. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky didn't lie, without that ball being tipped, we were looking at the big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Yellow. 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Brought in right side. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Nix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Catch made by Mitchell. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. And he'll get it up to the 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 5. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Broncos hoping to grow their lead before halftime. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Nicole Hardman on the Chiefs' return. The punt heads towards the sideline. Not returnable. Well done. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Easy. Fight on these two.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. 15. Where's it?
Here's Mahomes now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion.
Go.
That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Receiver in motion, going left. Nix. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. J.K. Scott on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he got under this one, but it's going nowhere. Almost straight up into the air. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 25. Is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hey, 57 color, yellow.
From the 34. Launches one deep downfield. Oh no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, the QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Frank. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
An empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Turpin with a return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Pressure coming for Nix. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Slot man motioned over. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Mims with the grab. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one is out of bounds, no return on the kick. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Return.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. Return.
Back to throw Mahomes. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Working quickly here. Throwing here, Nix. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos take a 3-possession lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. 15. Outside.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yellow. Yellow. Outside.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right and hopefully hit the field next week.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yellow. Wait. 15. Outside.
Throwing is Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
Hey, yellow, go going.
They're going for it with Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the right, and they pick him off again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Let's go.
Mitchell up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's Mitchell again. And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He's got to gain a 6 there. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Man in motion, out of the slot. Again, this is Mitchell. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. It's Nix out of the pistol. He throws a bullet deep to the right. This is caught inside the 15. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Handoff here to Mitchell. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Going for it on fourth, Nix. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. Receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Mahomes. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Extra point try now from Lutz. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
Mahomes trying again after the pick. Connects with the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down throw, Mahomes. Got for big yards on the right side. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Yellow.
They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs putting up points in a game decided. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Flush down out to his left. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again, and again, and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though. Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside. That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Broncos moments away from a 2-0 start. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Let's go. Go.
Nix from the gun. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built themselves up a little buffer here, Kate. But it's never over till it's over.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it.
Hey, color. Right.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. The call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
Here are the Chiefs facing a massive 2-point try.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Attack! Right.
Mahomes throwing for 2. And this is going to be caught for 2. So some fight left in them. Love it. It is back to a one-score game. They'll line up for the onside kick here. Gotta find a way to get it back. Just a little over a minute and a half remaining. And this one's covered by the Broncos hands team. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's gonna be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Oh, look at this, he's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow. Right.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the kick is recovered by that Broncos hands team. Well done by them, and that should put the finishing touch on this victory.